If you're wondering about the kind of stuff that I get up to in that sort of intro period while the starting soon screen is going, most of the time the answer is I'm spamming my social media accounts to let the world know that I'm about to stream. Today, however, I was also utilizing this thing. I got it recently because it's supposed to be a kind of like natural migraine treatment. So it does go in your ear. I just realized this is like the second time on a stream that I've talked about weird things that I put in my ear. I promise there's no connection here. It's just that you have to like it's this thing where you squeeze and you put it into your ear and then you let go and it kind of suctions your ear and is meant. I'm sorry, this is a terrible way to start the stream. Hi everybody. I'm here to play some video games. I'm not here to hawk some weird naturalistic medicine thing that I got on Amazon. Hey Kyle, how's it going? It's funny because as soon as I don't know, as soon as I started talking, I was like, this is not a comfortable topic to be talking about. I'd be worried about rupturing my eardrum. Well, it's a lot more gentle than that, but I have that fear generally speaking. Usually on planes, I'm really bad on planes, especially on the way down. My ears tend to hurt really bad. I get it real bad. I haven't ruptured an eardrum yet. But I think it's also possible. I think you could use the golden idol to suck the air out of your head. That's actually really true. There is almost definitely a setting that you could set the golden idol to make that happen. Hey, speaking of which, what a segue. We are here today to play and I think finish the Case of the Golden Idol. I guess the real question is, does the ear thing work? Well, it's always hard to tell with these sorts of things. Anything that like kind of purports to be this sort of naturalistic solution for things, it's really, really, really hard to tell. Because the simple answer is, I do tend to feel better after using it, but only slightly. So then the follow-up question is, how much of that is because the thing actually works and how much of it is a placebo effect? And my answer to that is, it was only $30. So I say only. $30 is not a tiny amount of money, but it's better than some remedies that you can find, which would get up to, potentially hundreds of dollars. Anyway, Case of the Golden Idol. We are here to, I think, finish. I think we're going to finish this today. It sure looks to me like this last case is the very last one. If not, then it's the almost last one. But I think it's the last one. So let's do a little bit of recap before we jump in here. I have to say, it's been the greatest pleasure to stream this game, and I'm going to be genuinely sad when it's over because this game rules. This game is so good. One of the best I've played in recent years. Definitely my favorite game of 2022. I think, yeah, it did come out last year. Anyway. All right. So here we are in the great conspiracy of the Golden Idol, taken by this guy. I'm not even bother with names right now. It was passed down to his son, and then eventually made its way into the hands of Willard Skinnard, whatever his name is, in the hands of the Brotherhood. The Brotherhood is the big thing here. This guy seems to be a central character in all of this. He's kind of a stealth central character. Like, he didn't seem that important when we very first met him, but he has woven his way into this story. So he worked with this Edmund Cloudsley is the guy who it made it to next. I was thinking of the first Brotherhood guy that was friends with Sebastian. Started with W. Don't remember. He died right away, so it left my brain. But yes, Edmund got it. The Golden Idol has the ability to do a bunch of magic shit, and it got into the hands of this guy, Lazarus, who then used it to perform a miracle to say that he is Gryphon reborn, the devil reborn, and so the whole Brotherhood now worships him. Throughout that whole thing, it seemed to be a plan executed by David Goran and the thief dude, who seems to not be in the picture anymore. I think he's dead. And I think that happened here. So basically what we've gotten to is the Brotherhood has taken over. They formed a political party, and that political party won, and it's been like a couple years, I think. So they've now taken over. They have this crazy system of morality. What is it? Moderation, something else, and truth. And like moderation, diligence, modesty, I think. I don't remember. But yeah, they've basically taken over. And see, this guy's still here. Just in some like weird disguise or something like that. I don't know. He's still not a part of the Brotherhood, weirdly, but he's part of the political party now. And they've been the last thing that we kind of know is that this political party has been planning some kind of something at the king's castle. They want to take it over. They want to, who knows, but like it seems like they want to kind of move up and they want to make a final play. And this last chapter is called The Slight Delay in the Peaceful March to the King's Castle. Oh, that's right. They publicly said they were going to do a peaceful march. It seems pretty obviously likely that it's not going to be so peaceful. But we'll see how it goes. All right. So, we see the town. There is a lot going on here, a lot of places to go. So I'm going to start from the left. I'm going to explore. I'm going to take a look at every location first and then go from there. So here we've got our lawyer friend and several of the soldiers in the... Are either of those David? We don't get to see. Several of the soldiers as part of the political party. I don't remember the party's name. I'm sure if I have to remember, it'll come up again. This is some kind of... What is going on here? Is that some kind of bomb strapped to a... Yeah, New Order something or other. New World Order, I don't know. This looks crazy. Moving on. Oh, we're back here. This is Sebastian's house. This is where Sebastian was dead. But it seems like quite a lot has happened here. A pile of mangled and burned corpses. A cannon. Holy shit. Is there further to explore here? Or it's just... No, okay. Wow. Alright, we'll come back to this. Is this going to be... I think this is the cat... Oh, no, this... Wait. I don't remember. Yeah, this is the cabin. This is the cabin. Fascinating. Some kind of scarecrow meant to make people think someone was in here, I suppose. So there seems to be some kind of crazy battle that has gone on across this whole town. back in the bar. These 3 are still holding it down. Oh, wait. These 2... Okay. This guy. Okay, I'm going to come back and read all of this. Don't worry. I'm just getting a look. Okay, I think that's it. And then there's just the... okay, these kinds of things. So a little smaller, like vignettes. Not like full locations necessarily. Wow. There's the golden idol. And this crazy Play-Doh man. Wow, there's a lot going on. Oh my god. It's everybody's favorite dipshit, Peter. Worry not and continue the feast, wife. Nothing can stand in my way. I will kill our enemies wherever we go. What does she have to say? Dear husband, you are so brave, and you have been drinking since early this morning. But what? But what will we do now? What if the evil government men find us? You are so brave, and you have been drinking since early this morning. That's a strange use of the word "and," I have to say. Hello, Sterado. My fiance. They're on a date. Yeah. Oh, man. What is up with this guy? Okay. Oh, there's a horse going by. I'm going to see the horse. Wow. There is just so much going on. Okay. And finally, a ship with 3 cannons, 1 missing. Time to start digging in. All right, gonna move from the left again. So, yes, Comrade Lazarus has not yet returned for several hours. Comrades Alistair and James have gone to find him. If they do not return, we will organize more search parties to find the lost. Okay, Lazarus is missing. And I don't remember seeing him anywhere yet. I mean, there's any number of people he could have been, I suppose, or places he could have been, but... Okay, Alistair and James are going to look for him. I can't tell... Okay. So here are all of the locations. There's the castle up there. I don't think the castle is even... No, I guess that's the castle. But there's nothing going on at the castle. Whatever is going on here did not reach the castle. Clearly something went wrong, but went wrong according to who? I think that's the big question on my mind right now. Because I don't have enough details about what exactly went wrong. But you know, did the party lose and the Brotherhood win? Are like they kind of secretly against each other? Or is Lazarus doing his own thing against the Brotherhood and the party? Who knows? Who knows? There's a bust of Lazarus Hearst. Gryphon Reborn. Oh boy, that's a book. These books have a lot going on usually. Lazarus, you took 32 things from me. I demand you return them. If you refuse, I will make the story of your true origins known to the other party leaders. At 11:30 on May 15th, meet me at the place the idol was stolen from our Brotherhood and poor Willard Wright met his death. Come alone and bring proof, something personal of yours, to give to the veiled woman. Tie your reply to the pigeon and release it from the cage. It will find me. Okay. So, somebody seems to have found out Lazarus. He says, I will make the story of your true origins known to the other party leaders. So this is probably one of the party leaders who's saying this. It's interesting he mentions like the place the idol was stolen. I think one thread that has been going that hasn't been 100% clear to me is that the idol is not, I think it's not known to the Brotherhood. I think everything Lazarus's miracle that he performed was secretly with the idol, but you know, they didn't want that revealed. I think anytime we've seen him with the idol, or anybody with the idol, the other members of the Brotherhood didn't see it. So they know about the idol clearly because Willard Wright had it. Anyway, come alone and bring proof, something personal of yours to give to the veiled woman. Tiger replied to the pigeon. Very interesting, very interesting. Did we see the number 32 last episode? Possibly. There were a lot of numbers last episode. Walter Keene received -32 merit. So yeah, you're right. This could be Walter Keene. It'd be a weird way to phrase it to say you took 32 years of my life by saying you took 32 things from me, but it is the number 32, so it very well could be. This is interesting. Ty reply to the pigeon and release it from the cage. So this note came with this cage. The pigeon has been released, it seems, from this cage, if I'm understanding this correctly. Some interesting stuff going on. All right, let's take a look. David Gorin. Since his success in the Mermaid Inn has proven to be a resourceful and discreet professional. So whose book is this? Is this Lazarus's? Cowardly but dutiful, useful up to a limit. Alistair Coach. Pompous and vain, but being a military man is ready to obey and ready to kill. James Turner. Greedy and hedonistic, requires constant material motivation to cooperate. Walter Keene. Ambitious and inventive, but treacherous, as many smart people are. Oh, thank you, Storaro. I did not notice the EC. So this book belongs to Edmund, maybe? Since his success at the Mermaid Inn, which Edmund called upon him to do, has proven to be a resourceful and discreet professional. Has Edmund been behind this the whole time? Okay. You know what? I made an assumption earlier. Because remember how David and Walter both said that Edmund died when he actually didn't. For some reason, I made an assumption. Yeah, they said that he died in the explosion. For some reason, I made the assumption that Edmund did in fact die, but they killed him and then covered it up. I don't know why I made the assumption that he died. What if he's been behind this the whole time? What if... Okay. Crazy theory time. What if Edmund is Lazarus? They learned Edmund himself learned the ability to give and take years of a life. What if he made himself younger? Food for thought. Food for thought. All right. Now here we have a strange-looking woman. This regime has to fall. It has taken everything from me. We'll see what we can do. The watch is ticking and shows 12:15 p.m. So that's what time it is right now. A Navaja blade. Who else had a Navaja blade? It was the musician guy, I think, right? We also haven't seen Edmund at all since then, so it makes a lot of sense. Yeah. Well, and that's the thing is I think that's partly why I made the assumption that he did actually die. I thought the truth was that he died and the lie was how. And for whatever reason, it didn't occur to me that the lie might be his death. I don't know. Interesting times. Capital Route morning report. At 8, a newfangled insurrectionist carriage passes by. At 8:30, an individual in the insurrectionist uniform passes by on the new two-wheel contraption. At 10:15, 2 individuals in insurrectionist uniforms pass on horses. So, insurrectionists must be the new Order party. I thought they were in power though. Then I might also recontextualize the thing about true origin for Lazarus. Oh, the this thing. I will make the story of your true origins known to the other leaders, and Walter would know. Walter would know. The question in my mind then, if this whole theory is true, would be at what point was Walter brought in on this? Because I'm still fuzzy on what happened in the cabin with Walter, David, and now Edmund. Okay. Here's Alistair. Why are you not working, you worthless piece of garbage? I am doing the same thing I saw Lazarus do during the Merit executions. Slightly dented saber. The golden idol is busted. Or this is a fake. But either way. Because it's cracked and it's not showing any colors. I'm doing the same thing I saw Lazarus do during the Merit. So they do know about the idol's existence. Or at least he does. He and James would, I think. Also, they went supposedly to look for Lazarus. It doesn't look like Alistair is looking very hard. Now, who is this? A man in a helmet with numerous cuts on his body. Not breathing. Okay. Slightly dented saber with some blood on it. Oh, you know what? You know why else this theory makes sense? Because Edmund's a political guy. That's like all that he's about. Of course he would want to use the power of the Golden Idol in order to politically take over. Of course he would. I am all in on this theory now. I'm all in. Belchester Castle, Blackfields, Crow Towers, Woodshires. Okay. Capital, Port. Thank you. Thank you. Now, who is this guy? Oh, I recognize that voice. It is you. Isn't it poetic that you have fallen for the same trap as you did all those years ago? Straw men are your bane. So this is... I'm gonna have to look up what these symbols mean exactly again. But he's a dark hand, and I think 2 eyes is ranking. I'm just gonna double check, but I think that's right. Is it in the thinking panel? No. Yes, so he's a steward. So this is a dark hand steward. I recognize that voice. It is you. Isn't it poetic that you have fallen for the same trap as you did all those years ago? Straw men are your... Oh, the same trap. Damn you, cunning devil. Arc. So is this David? Because I think David fell for the coffin trap. I still was never 100% clear what was the deal with that. You will find me in the place where we two first met. There we can talk. This might be Walter Keene, who I believe was a Darkhand steward, and he did have 32 years of his life taken away. I think the Scarecrow, the earlier one, was just a ploy to get into the house by saying they were bringing a cadaver. Yeah, I think that was how Walter got into the house. You're right. So I think this is Walter. I'm just going to double check that Walter was a Darkhand steward, but I'm pretty sure he was. Walter, Darkhand steward, yeah. So I'm going to say that's Walter, and he just looks old because of the years thing. A newly invented transportation device. Okay, that might have to do with the schedule thing that we saw. There's the Scarecrow. A scarecrow with a hole through its head. Aha. So David went to kill Walter. A bullet lodged in the wall. Oh, pigeon. I admit I may have treated you unjustly after our long cooperation. I will come alone in peace so we can discuss your compensation. I'm assuming this is David, but is there any chance this is Lazarus? Just because... Who is this from and who is this to? I admit I may have treated you unjustly after our long cooperation. Because Lazarus had a pigeon. Oh, this is the reply, maybe? Is this Lazarus's reply to, I'm guessing, Walter? And where did he say that he wanted to meet? It will find me. Didn't say. Okay. So this could be David, it could be Lazarus, I suppose. Not sure. Okay, gonna keep going. Pile of mangled and burned corpses. An empty cannon. I mean, that's just crazy. If they just fired a cannon indoors. Oh, that's all there is to it. That's all there is to this scene, okay? Wow, I am bemused by this whole thing. Okay. The Seven Seal. The Seven Sealed. We have definitely seen this before. Where have we seen this before? If anybody remembers, let me know. At the lighthouse. Is it this guy? No, no, no. This guy. There we go. Okay, so it's James. The trading company doctor. Yes, yes. He's got a lot going on in his life. So that's on the horse. I have some small but pressing business to attend to at the property of our late brother Sebastian, the previous Proud Beast steward. I will be back at the camp for our 10 o'clock strategy meeting as planned. The previous Proud Beast steward. Lazarus. So this looks to be James's horse. Dear husband, you are so brave. You have been drinking since early this morning. Okay, she's got a harp. Become the pure flower that I know you can be for me. Ugh. Fuck. Ugh. Dear Mary, I know where your unworthy mate is hiding you. Soon I will free you from his dirty paws and ship him to colonies. While you I will put on a pedestal of sweetest praise, and you will become my ideal wife. Now, okay. What's the year right now? Is this from him? Is this from, like, now times? Which would prove that Edmund's still alive? And Lazarus? Is Lazarus? For you, I would fight a tiger and win. Mary, my uncle Edmund Cloudsley died in some robbery, and I am rich. Now your father will see me for the man that I am. Let's marry. Yes, 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 yes. The year is 1788. And now, there's a letter from Edmund from 1795. It's all coming together. It's all coming together. Worry not and continue the feast, wife. Nothing can stand in my way. I will kill our enemies wherever we go. An almost empty whiskey flask. Another horse race betting slip. Just, you know, you do you, Peter. And a small sword. Okay. Finally, back at the bar. Nonsense, I'm not an idiot, but real men like us could beat this order. Who's talking to him? Do you think they will try to kidnap the king? Me and my employer are getting out of this blasted country. So this is the This is the woman who ended up being hired by the Darkhand Steward, right? She's basically the woman who works for Edmund. I don't remember her name. I've instructed him to arrive at around 11:30. Most likely he would be in Order Party uniform. If he comes alone without any backup outside, approach him. If he gives you something that belonged to the one who escaped your tonic... If he gives you something that belonged to the one who escaped your tonic. Edmund escaped her tonic. So if he gives you something that belonged to Edmund, you may proffer him the instruction slip I gave you. Conceal your face, he may recognize you. So she's the veiled woman. Clearly, her veil is rolled up right now. Lazarus was supposed to give her something personal to prove who he was. Prove who he was? Yeah, I think so. So basically, it's saying if he gave her something that belonged to Edmund that proves that he's Edmund, then she had an instruction slip to give him. She says, me and my employer are getting out of this blasted country. She can't... She could be talking about Edmund, but she... Who would be her current employer? I don't know. Twisted Web. But I heard rumors you lost a cannon while gambling. Nonsense. I'm not an idiot, but real men like us could beat those Order Party ninnies even without any weapons. Okay, so does this guy own the boat that's missing the cannon? Is that what's going on here? All those Order rats sneaking around here. This is no good. I hope they will just blackmail me and bugger off. Blackmail him, huh? Dandelion Room, Ada Baker. That's her, right? Forget Me Not Room, Walter Knott. Is that Walter Keane, maybe? Wow. We've explored everything, and I have got to be honest, I'm not I don't feel super close to figuring it out. But okay, so let's take a pause here. Wait, is that arrow for an upstairs or just the map in the bar? Just the map. Just the map. Yeah, and we filled out the word list. Oh, I just realized recently that you all can never see the number here that's showing the number of words left. In previous streams, a number of times I pointed to like, yeah, see, it's complete, because the thing is, and you never saw it because my face was in the way. So there you go. All right. Sorry, I'm just fixing something in Streamlabs. All right. So let's back up. So I'm pretty certain that this note is from Walter Keane. He's a Darkhand Steward, which means that he was probably behind the original attempt to poison Edmund in the first place, because Ada Baker was hired by a Darkhand Steward. That was a failure. Walter has always been an Order member, or a Brotherhood member. So I'm sure his goal was always just to get the idol. Like, somehow it was found that Edmund got the idol, and so they were going to go after him. So that was his first attempt, was to hire Ada, have her poison him. That failed. So then his second attempt was to get into the cabin to try and get the idol. At which point, a thing blew up. A thing blew up. From there, they started working together. For whatever reason, I guess because Edmund probably just got the upper hand. You know, we see in Edmund's book here that he kind of pins Walter as ambitious and inventive, but treacherous, as many smart people are. So I think he kind of put him as like, all right, we can work together. Like, for whatever reason, Edmund decided they wanted to work together. For whatever reason, Walter agreed. And David is kind of part of all of that because David is Edmund's right-hand man. So they use the idol to make Edmund younger, call him Lazarus, and hatch this plan to basically take over the Brotherhood, create a political party that could then gain power over everyone. Now, Walter Keene was badly punished during the last thing. I'm going to try to remember for what. Walter Keene flirted 3 times with different married women, wore ridiculous headgear, claimed he had not betrayed High Arbiter Lazarus during his ritual of ascendance. Claimed he had not betrayed. He's expelled from the Party of Order. These two are clearly trumped up charges to make the sentence worse. And this is the problem. But how had he betrayed him? Did we see that? It seemed like they were all working together, because this is Walter, right? I mean, he sure is fond of his 5 hats. Yes, he does love his hats. This is really interesting. I don't know that I see the evidence of a betrayal. But clearly Edmund/Lazarus, I mean, I'm just 100% sold on that at this point. Clearly Edmund/Lazarus thought he betrayed him, and that was like the real thing. Because I think, as we saw, weirdly, that's like not as badly punished of a virtue, truth. So they trumped up the other charges to make it so that he got 32 years taken away. So there was a falling out. Basically what we know is that there was a falling out between Walter and Edmund. And we need a new name for him. Lazarmund. Edzarus? Edzarus. There was a falling out between Walter and Edzarus. At which point Walter was punished. So now he's like, I demand you return the years of my life, basically. If you refuse, I will make the story of your true origins known. At 11:30, there's the time, on May 15th, meet me at the place the idol was stolen from our Brotherhood and poor Willard Wright met his death. So that's the inn. That's the inn. Come alone and bring proof, something personal of yours to give to the veiled woman. Proof that it's him. So he's going to come disguised probably, but we need some kind of proof that he is who he is. Tie your reply to the pigeon and release it from the cage. It will find me. So that pigeon was in this cage, I believe. Oops. Not there. Which was then... what is happening here? Okay. Great. Everybody give me a second to deal with this. Oh, wait, this is a raid. Sorry. That's so funny. I'm so not used to seeing stuff like this that my first thought was like, somebody's spamming my chat. And then because literally so far on stream, it's basically been mostly friends that I know and then occasionally spam bots. I was about to, and I did it. I missed the raid message. I'm so sorry. I'm glad that I didn't have a trigger finger on that. Dog with glasses on. How's it going? Thank you for the raid. That's so funny. Oh my god, thank you for the raid, everybody. Happy to have you here. We are playing the game The Case of the Golden Idol. Fair warning, we're playing, I believe, the very last quest / mystery in the game. So major spoilers ahead for what's about to transpire. But oh, you were just playing. Were you just playing on your stream? Is that how you found me to raid? You were looking for somebody else to play the game? Nice. Well, not only is this the last thing in the game, we're getting into some deep spoilers about the story of the entire game. The whole thing is unraveling right now. So we're the only two people playing right now. Yeah. So yeah, that's my fair warning to you. If you want to stick around, you are absolutely more than welcome to. And I appreciate the follows, by the way. Dog with glasses on and Lil Jerry sign. I gotcha. Oh, what'd you just solve? Oh, we're solving it. All of it. That someone is someone else, exactly. All right, yep, fair enough. Kyle says, oh, yep, yeah, I know exactly what's going on. Okay, so, continuing on. We were just talking about Edzarus. I wanted to see the reaction. Yeah. It's been a slow burn, Kyle. It started as like, what if it's this, and now it's fully formed in my head. So Edzarus sent back the pigeon. Here's the pigeon that he sent back to Walter. I'm just gonna say a bunch of names that aren't gonna mean anything to you all in chapter 2. Including one of those names is a name I made up. I admit I may have treated you unjustly after our long cooperation. I will come alone in peace so we can discuss your compensation. So here's the thing. That was sent to Walter. But I still think this is David. It could be Edzarus, but it seems much more likely that what would happen is Edzarus went to go deliver the thing, or maybe even had David do it, and then came back is like, I'm going to be sneaky. I'm going to say, yeah, we'll talk about it. We'll be fine, but I'm going to send my guy, my right-hand guy, David, to go take him out. But Walter got the jump on him. Isn't it poetic that you have fallen for the same trap as you did all those years ago? Straw men are your bane. Recognize that voice. It is you. So David was like, oh, I'm going to shoot that guy. And Walter's like, no. I'm going to shoot you. So that seems to me the most likely. Because the other option is that this is Edzarus right here to go do it. But that's just not him at all. Like, that's just not his style at all to do anything himself. He's got to send David. So where the hell is Edzarus? I mean, the simple answer could be that he's just hiding somewhere. Oh, and this was mentioned too, wasn't it? I think in the letter to her. No. Ada Baker, Walter not. So that's gonna be Walter Keane, almost definitely. I hope they'll just blackmail me and bug her off. I wonder what the blackmail is. Okay. Holy shit, there's so much going on. What are... Oh, this is new. Fascinating. We've got I think shortcuts to previous. This shit looks so complicated. It is. It really is. This is the most complicated it gets. Because now, you said that right before we got to this point, which is that now it's giving me shortcuts to previous chapters. So talk about full spoilers. It's clearly that means, or it seems to me that means this is going to be relevant, basically. That this is all going to continue to be relevant. Okay. Early in the morning, blank blank went to the blank to blank 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 because blank blank wanted to blank to blank blank. I just took an hour to do the dinner party in chapter 2. Hey, no worries. I took an hour to do that too. I think so. Okay. Because wanted to blank to blank blank before noon. So the 11:30 before. So that's before noon. Blank blank and blank blank went out to try and blank blank blank. Instead, they found the. On the way back, they started to blank over it. In the afternoon, blank blank went to the blank 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 because blank blank had tried to blank 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 to get back his blank blank. We did get distracted by trying to get ChatGPT to generate weird stories, though. Yeah. That's not a bad pace at all. To be honest, there's a lot going on. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Especially doing it on stream. And you're like talking things through. Before noon. Okay. Before noon, 2 people went out to try and do something. Instead, they found the something at the something. On the way back, they started to fight over it. Well, that's one word I'm pretty sure, because no other blue word even just makes sense grammatically there. On the way back, they started to kidnap over it. They just started willy-nilly kidnapping. Can I make a suggestion? This last question, which I don't know is a thing, but I'm kind of curious about. It can wait until you're finished, though, which I don't know is a thing. I'll be honest, it's a very vague request, but go for it. As long as it's not like a spoiler thing. But yeah, go for it. Okay. So somebody found, I'm gonna guess, the golden idol. Way back, they started to fight over it. That's probably gonna be James. Oh yeah. Because they okay, I actually know this one, because Alistair Coach and James Turner went out to try and find Lazarus Hearst. Instead, they found the golden idol at the. That's the one blank I will say. I don't know that one. Well, I don't know if it's a spoiler. Okay, cool. Instead, they found the golden idol at the. Where did they find it? James didn't have it, did he? The evil government men find us. So this is James's horse, right? Has some small pressing business to attend to at the property of our late brother Sebastian, the previous Proud Beast steward. Oh, this is where it mentioned Sebastian's house. I will be back at the camp for a 10 o'clock strategy meeting as planned. So it seems like Lazarus is probably the one who set up the cannon. But why? These backpacks kind of look like the backpacks at the beginning. Don't think so, though. A man in a helmet with numerous cuts on his body, not breathing. Alistair's got the idol. He's got his horse. I'm going to say maybe... My guess is... Can't trust anyone with a name like Lazarus. 100% not. Absolutely not. So this might be James. Potentially, because he's got the same kind of get up. Well, as sort of everyone, I guess. And it's near, well, it's not that near where the horse is, actually. One of these might be James. I don't know. Okay, so what am I trying to... Okay, instead they found the golden idol at the... Where would they have found it? Maybe at the crossroads? Who knows? I'm gonna leave that for now. I think that's gonna come to me at some point. Let's go back at the top. Early in the morning, blank blank went to the blank to I'm gonna try this out. I'm gonna say, early in the morning, Lazarus Hurst went to the inn to find. I'm gonna say find Ada Baker. Do we not get her name? Oh, we don't. Interesting. Okay, so it's not find Ada Baker. But he did go to the inn. Or it might not have been Lazarus. It might have been... Oh, my God. Okay. Somebody went to the inn. At least I think that's what we're talking about. Unless we're gonna get to the cabin right away. Because that did happen. Somebody went to the inn to go talk to Ada. Give her a personal item of Edzarus's in order to prove that that's who he was. Although it easily could have been David doing it. And then David or Edzarus, probably David, went to the cabin to kill... I'm going to say... Where's that schedule of things that happened? Capital Route Morning Report. At 8, a newfangled insurrection carriage. An individual in the insurrectionist uniform passes by on the new two-wheel contraption. So that's going to be the person who went to the cabin, right? Yeah. The two guns are probably a clue. Let me just jump back to... No, not that one. This one. What a terrifying face here. Does David have two guns? No. Is there any point where he has two guns? He's got a knife most of the time. How about in this one? Oh no, but Walter Keane has one gun. And Mr. Edmund, oh, that's totally him. Okay, well, I don't know exactly the deal. Oh, you know what? Here's the last time that we saw David was here. I don't know. So the two guns might be not much of a clue, but I am positive this is David. It's gotta be David. There's no way this is Lazarus. Especially since he mentions, oh, I recognize that voice. It is you. Which means it's almost like a little bit surprised, but also he was sort of expecting it. Which would be more of a response, I would think, seeing David than Edzarus. Okay. So I'm going to say early in the morning, David Gorin went to the cabin to kill... the other bit he says is relevant too. Let me see. Isn't it poetic that you have fallen for the same trap as you did? Yes. Right. Yes. Okay. You're totally right. We had been over that, but you're right. I didn't explicitly connect that to David, but of course it is. So David Gorin went to the cabin to kill Walter Keane. Because Walter Keane. Because what? Because so-and-so wanted to blank the... Because maybe Walter Keane wanted to get the lost years back. Oh, no. That'll be down there. In the afternoon, something went to them because then tried to get back his lost years. So this might be down here. So this just happened. This just happened, and it's the afternoon. We know that because of the watch here. Okay. I have a rough picture of what happened, but I've got to put it all together right. So this is actually all down here. In the afternoon, David Goren went to the cabin to kill Walter Keane because Walter Keane had tried to blackmail Lazarus Hearst to get back his lost years. I'm very confident about this. Okay. Next up. Oh, and we'll fill this in at the end. No, we won't. We'll do it right now. In the afternoon, Walter Keane killed David Goren at the cabin. I will say, David Goren's not dead at the time of seeing this, but he probably is. Okay. Before noon, Alistair Coach and James Turner went out to try and find Lazarus Hearst. Instead, they found the golden idol at the blank. On the way back, they started to fight over it. Now, I could cheese this and just drop a bunch of places into the gray until it shows up, but I don't feel like doing that. So I'm going to demur. I don't know. You must resist the cheese. Exactly. I've resisted the cheese so far, I think. I don't remember cheesing anything else. I did pull some occasional cheese when I was playing Obra Dinn. I'm not gonna lie. It's hard. They designed the game well, so it's not easy to cheese it, but you can. All right. Early in the morning, somebody went to the blank to blank. That's part of Obra Dinn, though. You're expected to have to guess sometime. I think not. I mean, everybody I know who's played it has had to guess sometimes, but I think theoretically you're supposed to be able to figure it all out. There's just some that are so esoteric that I don't know how you can. Oh, it says in the intro. Well, maybe that's true. Okay. Early in the morning, so-and-so went to the blank because wanted to. So early in the morning, I'm going to say, you know, the big missing piece for me in all of this is what the hell Edzeris is up to. Because I feel like that would explain, that would give a hint towards where the idol was. What exactly went on here? Do you think they will try to kidnap the king? Me and my employer are getting out of this blasted country. So she still's got an Edmund handkerchief. I've instructed him to arrive at around 11:30. Most likely he would be in order of party uniform. If he comes alone without any backup aside, approach him. Give you something that belonged to the one who escaped your tonic, Edmund. You may proffer him the instruction slip I gave you. Conceal your face, he may recognize you. Who's got the instruction slip? David? You'll find me in the place where we two first met. There we can talk. Okay, so David went to meet her. Of course he did. Edzeris is not going to move if he doesn't have to. My best guess is that Edzarus. Oh, and the cannon. Hang on a second. But I heard rumors you lost a cannon while gambling. Do we have any more info? But real men like us could beat those Order Party ninnies even without any weapons. Who got the cannon from this guy? Was it Edzarus? Because Lazarus said he was going to go to Sebastian's house, which is this. So either he's the one who set up the cannon, or he's one of these dudes who got smoked by it. Unclear. But I'm going to say this. I'm going to say that this crossroads what the hell am I going to say? What's going on with the idol? Let's get back to this. So the idol's kind of fucked up. Why would the idol be fucked up? Is it because it got wrecked in the cannon fire? Is it because other reason? Let's look around again. See if there's anything here worth noting. I'm just going to go through all our stuff again. Okay, David Gorn. He loves David Gorn. Cowardly but dutiful, useful up to a limit. Promise in vain, but being a military man is ready to obey and to kill. Greedy, hedonistic, treacherous. What's he got? Comrade Lazarus is not yet returned for several hours. Comrades Alistair and James have gone to find him. If they do not return, we will organize more search parties to find the lost. Okay. These guys don't have anything, right? Just this guy. Become the pure flower that I know you can for me. Fucking barf. I know where your unworthy mate is hiding you. Soon I will free you from his dirty paws, ship and colonies, while I will put you on a pedestal of sweetest praise, and you will become my ideal wife. God. Is that what Edmund's been after all along? No, he does want the power. But it does seem very possible that I shouldn't dismiss this. It could be that that's a big part of what he wanted to accomplish. Who are these people and what are they doing here? That's an important question, because there's got to be some explanation for why people were here at all, and specifically Order Party members, from what I can tell. Right? Because they've got the helmets. Yeah, they've got the helmets. Summary return for several hours. If they do not return, we will organize more search parties to find the lost. So Lazarus said he was going to go here. But why? Again, the question is he here. But why would he have gone if it wasn't to set up the cannon? But if he did set up the cannon, who was he looking to catch? I don't know. She's got the morning report. Okay. Newfangled insurrectionist carriage passes by. That's at 8. So, when did Lazarus say he was gonna go? Who had that info? Is that Alistair? No. Is it James's horse? I have some small but pressing business to attend to at the property. I will be back at the camp for our 10 o'clock strategy meeting as planned. So, according to the report, a newfangled insurrectionist carriage passes by. So that's going to be the one that's at Sebastian's house, I'm guessing. Who gambled and won the cannon? Exactly. I'm not sure. I'm going to go back and see if I can get more info about that. Newfangled insurrectionist carriage passes by at 8. So that's going to be the one that went to Sebastian's house. I'm going to say it was probably Lazarus and a couple of his guards or something like that. At 8:30, an individual in the insurrectionist uniform passes by on the new 2-wheel contraption. That's going to be David. 10:15, 2 individuals in insurrectionist uniforms pass on horses. So that's going to be James and Alistair. Just double checking. Is there a note about guards somewhere? Meet me at 11:30. Meet me at the place that I was stolen from Brotherhood. To the inn. Okay, early in the morning. I'm gonna start guessing some stuff here. Oh, whoops, that's not finished. Alistair Lazarus. No, Lazarus Hurst went to the manor to do something because somebody wanted to something to something. Somebody wanted to something to something. That's early in the morning, though. Before noon, Alistair Coach. Something's going on with the something. Alistair Coach and James Turner went out to try and find Lazarus Hurst and said they found the golden idol at the... Should I cheese it? No. I refuse. Where would they have found it? They could have found it at the manor where Lazarus was and where Lazarus maybe died. Gone down to the crossroads, where then, like, they fought maybe on the way to the crossroads, at which point Alistair killed James and then went down farther and started to try and test it out. That seems likely to me. Something just popped into my head. I need to be considering the fact that Lazarus might have been after Mary this whole time. You know what? Where was it that we saw info about where Peter lived? Revealed the whereabouts of his hiding fugitive dissident daughter Mary and her husband Peter. Revealed it, but I don't think we see what exactly was revealed. Peter didn't get the manor. Who got the manor in the will? Was it let's see, we have it in the thinking panel. I think it was Rose. Rose got the manor. She died, famously. So where I don't know that I ever caught anything then afterwards about what happened to the manor, but it's very possible that's where Peter and his darling wife Mary okay, here's the crazy theory that I'm cooking up, and it requires a crazy leap of logic. Didn't Peter's note say something? What note? This one? Oh. For you, I would fight a tiger and win. Mary, my uncle Edward Cloudsley died in some robbery, and I am rich. Now your father will see me for the man that I am. Let's marry. It doesn't seem especially helpful, but here's my crazy theory. My crazy theory is that they've been hiding in the manor. No, it's just that he's rich now. Rich enough to win a cannon? Do we believe this about Peter, that he might have the forethought to set up a cannon to hole up maybe at Sebastian's home? He would fight a tiger for her. So yeah, it's gotta be that. Mary's father did reveal their location. He also gambles, and he's drunk. He's mega drunk right now. I'm gonna piece this together. Early in the morning, Lazarus Hearst went to the manor to find Mary. Oh shit, what's her last name? Her last name's gonna be Batley now. That's fucked up. Find Mary Batley because what? Because what, Jason? Because what? Because Lazarus Hearst wanted to have the ideal wife. That's why. That's why. That's why. No way. I did not think that was going to be it. But there we are. And that wasn't cheese, just because I wasn't 100% sure. Went to the manor to find Mary Batley because Lazarus Hearst wanted to have the ideal wife. That means, y'all, Edmund has been like the master planning villain of this entire thing. Peter Batley killed him. Peter, the tiger fighter. I just turned on my thing, my foot massager thing. Peter, the tiger fighter, the real mastermind this whole time. Oh my god. Early in the morning, Peter Batley killed Lazarus Hearst at the manor. Where's the manor? Manor. This is blowing my mind. This is one of the biggest twists in video games, storytelling, anything that I've ever seen in my entire life. This is bigger than Edzarus. This is unbelievable. And I'm okay. It's not. This is an educated guess. Well, it's more than an educated guess now. I think they found the golden idol at the manor. They certainly did. They certainly did. Which means that before noon, Alistair Coach killed James Turner at the crossroads. Wow. Wow. Before storming the king's castle with the Order Party, Lazarus Hearst led his men to Sebastian Cloudsley's old manor in order to kidnap his long-lost love, Mary Batley, née Richards, who was hiding there with her husband, Peter Batley. Upon entering the manor, Lazarus and his troops were confronted by a drunk Peter and the cannon he had won while gambling. Okay, so Peter blew up Lazarus, breaking the idol, and then fled the scene with Mary. Oh my god. So the one thing that I kind of got a little bit wrong, I thought of Peter as a little bit more of a mastermind here. What really happened, yeah, that picture of Peter really sums up as a character. I thought he had like craftily set up a booby trap or something. No, what happened is he won a cannon, which he just thought would be fun to do. And then he just kept it in his house because he thought it was cool to have a cannon in his house. This is the most... I cannot tell you, this is the most perfect ending this game could have possibly had. I thought it was nice you thought he was capable of playing anything. I know. That's what was blowing my mind. This is 100% the best possible ending this game could have had. I am enamored by this whole thing. Holy shit. Ladies and gentlemen, that's the end of Case of the Golden Idol. Down with virtues. Hey, weren't you with the Order Party? Oh, no. I was never part of that ghastly organization. I can take this gilded brass trinket for scrap metal. You're gonna throw so for it and call yourself lucky. Not quite, says Kyle. Is there more? Oh my god. Yeah, you're right, Moser. That ending, it ties everything together. Like, oh my god. As a joke early on, I said something about how Peter is going to be like either murdered or the murderer at some point. I didn't know he was going to be so... I didn't know he was going to end the whole game. Wow. You picked up way more of the links way earlier than I did. Well, I'll tell you what. I had a week between every play session to be in the shower going, oh, wait, wasn't that... The craziest one was how, like, so far after playing, I think it was the dinner chapter, when I was like, I really like, it was taking a step back from the game and going, that Ash Blair guy, didn't he look like... And then I realized that it was David, and like then a lot of stuff started to click. And I also, well, it wasn't just that, but I felt like I had to take a step back from the game in order to start to see the bigger picture. Because before then, I was kind of just like focused in on each chapter, going like, just what's going on here. So it was only like the weeks in between that I was like, oh, I'm like starting to like draw the connections there. Anyway, thank you for playing the Case of the Golden Idol. Hey, thank you for making it. All right, there's an epilogue. The grand vision of a better world. That... Look at these three. Wait, what the... What? What? Witness the power of the idol in my hands and swear loyalty to Lazarus Hearst. We will build the ideal society. Oh, this is a it says prologue, but I think this is beforehand. I think this is showing us what happened, which is great because it's one of the parts that I was the most. It was kind of like the least understood by me. The Brotherhood of Masks. Only one thing is worse than imbeciles. Imbeciles with power. The rich and noble have a social club with mystical rituals and other hogwash and are so stupid that they did not realize when they had some truly miraculous technology in their hands. However, they're influential and persistent and have already caused a great deal of harm to me and my goals. Walter Keane has told me more about their organization and practices. If he tells the truth, and they are truly devoted to the religious entity of Gryphon Reborn, I could gain some powerful allies for my next move. I love this. Order Party Manifesto. 1. All citizens are equal. 2. All citizens must serve society to the full extent of their abilities. 3. Citizens must be evaluated according to how virtuous they are. 4. A society with internal contradictions is unsustainable. Therefore, it must be led by the most virtuous citizen. The king should step down. The aristocracy must be abolished. 5. The more virtuous citizens are better able to serve society. Therefore, virtuous citizens deserve to gain more time on this earth, and bad citizens deserve to lose time. So that's the reasoning behind that wildly fucked up way of doling out punishments and rewards. And this is interesting. A society with internal contradictions is unsustainable. I mean, we saw quite a lot of internal contradictions when it came to measuring those virtues. This is unbelievable. My pure Mary is joined in matrimony with that clown, Peter Batley. She must have done it out of grief for my death. Such a hasty decision goes against every principle of virtue. Therefore, I consider the marriage null and void. She will come to me once she learns I still live. But for now, my duties in the service of humanity take precedence. Wow, Edmund, you are... Oh, you know what's... I didn't really notice how weird this animation was, but we're watching him grow younger. Of course we are. Of course we are. Society must be built on the principles of virtue. Only thus can it become truly great. Look at the Lemurians. Thousands of years ago, they had an empire on the banks of 7 seas. Their ancient technology continues to baffle modern science. Oh, the idol must have come from the Lemurians then. But they became inert and decadent and forgot how to build and operate their machines. Their empire crumbled because it was built on pleasure-seeking, not virtue. It is by divine providence that I got my hands on a working ancient Lemurian artifact. There it is, the Golden Idol. I will use its power to set humanity on the right path by building the ideal state. It is interesting because it feels like there's some amount of like genuine desire on Edmund's part to try and make a good society. I mean, he was wildly misguided and power hungry and selfish and, you know, all of those things. But I think in his mind, right, like his heart is not in the right place, but he thinks it is. Like, he's not purely power hungry for power hunger's sake. He's got this twisted idea of like, I know what an ideal society is. And then of course he completely failed to follow through on any of it. And also his idea of what an ideal society is messed up to begin with. I guess what I'm saying is he has ideals. That's what it is. I swear it. Yes, with these powers, I will do whatever is necessary to build a better world. Brotherhood of Masks. Okay, we've got the whole... Delusion is the word you're looking for. 100%. 100%. Yeah, James, Angus, and Alistair were the masters. Well, okay, there's only one of each thing. He's better than Peter, you're saying? Completely incomparable. They're both different levels of terrible. Chester Davy. Who the hell is Chester Davy? Is he the one that they knocked out? Must have been. Because we know who the rest are. Interesting. Yes, my lord, I swear my loyalty to you and will undertake whatever tasks are required of me. David, I thank you for dealing with all the challenges relating to my death. and for keeping an eye on our new ally. I do feel I have impressed him, not only with the golden idol, but also with my vision of the ideal society. Come to our hideout on November 24th. We are ready for the next step. I want to say Peter is harmless, but canon. Peter is most certainly not harmless. There's nothing harmless about Peter. So David and Edmund basically won Walter over after killing his henchmen with the demonstration of the idol. Who is this guy? Donate to a veteran who lost his leg in the noble defense of his homeland. Wait. Who is this guy and why is he here? Do we know someone who lost a leg? And it said the man is not breathing. Oh, they took the years from that. Ugh. What a shitty note to end on. Yeah, he's how I keep forgetting that's how the idol works, is like a back and forth thing. Oh my god. What a nightmare. Yeah, see, there he is. There he is, using it on himself, like basically giving himself the years that he just took from that poor, helpless old veteran. What a piece of shit. Undoes any sympathy you might have had from Edmund's delusion diary. Okay, I need to say for the record, there was never any sympathy. I was just fascinated by the fact that he felt like he had some ideals. Trust me, this guy is a shithead from top to bottom. Sure, yeah, okay, yeah. My fiance is going to be is going to be coming after me about that after this stream is over. I can almost guarantee it. She's gonna be like, I can't believe that you thought that Edmund was actually a good guy this whole time. That's the kind of conversation we're going to have after this. Anyway, so I think the only thing that I'm a little bit lost on. Oh, so this is, I'm going to pull the full. No, you don't have to take any blame. It was me not using my words properly. Wow, I'm going to put the whole thing together. I love this. Let's do it. Okay. So and so, I'm going to say Sebastian Cloudsley left the idol to the Brotherhood in his will, but then so and so on somebody's orders stole the idol and accidentally stabbed. Then David Gorin on Edmund Cloudsley's orders stole the idol and accidentally stabbed Willard Wright. This is the first time I've heard the word accidentally in this whole thing. I guess there was a thing where Willard woke up, which surprised him. We blame Jason only. Yeah. Storados. Yeah. The number of times that anyway, it is a very, very regular occurrence in our lives that I say things that can very easily be taken the wrong way. And oh no, I'm not digging the hole any further. I'm just saying this is what I do, is I dig holes. The blank tasked blank to punish blank and recover the blank, but his attempts were fruitless. So the Brotherhood tasked who to punish, but his attempts were fruitless. The Brotherhood tasked Tasked who? Ada. Well, tasked somebody to punish Edmund Cloudsley. This is the cabin thing, right? No, I think this is more general, because they start to get into some specifics here. The Brotherhood tasked, I guess, Walter Keene, because he's the Dark Hand Steward, of course. Walter Keene to punish Edmund Cloudsley and recover the idol, but his attempts were fruitless. So he was the one who hired Ada. We covered that. During one attempt, so-and-so was captured. So that's going to be Walter Keene. Walter Keene was captured, and Edmund Cloudsley convinced him to join his side. Edmund Cloudsley used the idol to make himself young and infiltrated the Brotherhood under the new identity of Lazarus Hearst. This is so satisfying to put this all together like this, I have to say. It was both the cabining and poisoning, right? Yeah, exactly. Then he claimed to be Gryphon Reborn and transformed the Brotherhood into the Order Party. I thought it was the New Order Party, but whatever. I don't think Walter Keene was trying to poison Ida. Oh yeah, he definitely was. He was, because the whole deal was that Edmund was supposed to be drinking tonic. Yeah, he was trying to poison Edmund. So it was at Edmund's house. The dinner party was at Edmund's house. He had gotten the idol, and the attempt was to poison the tonic. Yeah, exactly. He hired Ada. Sincerely, Darkhand Steward is Walter. No. Darkhand Steward is. It's Walter. Yeah. And then Mary just happened, or whatever her name, not Mary, Rose, just happened to drink some tonic too, so she got the poison instead, accidentally. Brotherhood Masters, Alistair Coach, and James Turner helped. I guess I'll say Lazarus Hearst. It could be. I bet Edmund Cloudsley would work too. Helped Lazarus Hearst seize power in the country and enforce the rule of virtues by taking youth away from common people, God, and giving it to the Order Party members. Right before the final showdown with the uncooperative king, I guess. Yeah. Lazarus Hearst / Edmund Cloudsley wanted to kidnap Mary Batley. So I think, Moser, I think you're right. I think kidnap would have worked. The word kidnap would have worked in that other thing. But was shot by Mr. Idiot, and the idol was broken. Amazing. What an absolute masterpiece of a game. Seriously. One of the best. Wow. That was incredible. Yeah. I just adore this game. You know what I was thinking about recently? I was playing a game for a kind of monthly game club. Kyle will know what I'm talking about. A monthly game club going on called Geeks and Grounds. I recommend people look it up. But it's this new thing kind of put on by someone named Kim Chica. Her username's Kim Chica. And we're playing a game every month, kind of like a book club. And we're just playing a game called To the Moon, which I've been wanting to play for a long time. And it's a game kind of about exploring somebody's memories and like digging into his life. And I won't spoil too much, but it's a lot of like exploration. It's a very narrative game. It's a very like exploration kind of psychological sort of game. But you control these two characters who are constantly talking about what they're seeing. They're the ones who are going through the memories and everything. It's kind of Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind-ish. But I couldn't help but think of games like this, games like Obra Dinn, games like Outer Wilds, that are so good at telling a story completely through inside. It's inside your own head. Like, it's all laid out for you. But I was gonna ask you played Outer Wilds. Outer Wilds is probably my favorite game of all time. Straight up. Like, that game is a 10 out of 10. It's a 12 out of 10 masterpiece of a game. But what amazes me about all those games is that they all have legit stories going on, and the data is all there for you to pick up and piece the stories together, but it all happens in your mind, which is fascinating. Like the twists, those amazing moments, there's no character on screen going, oh, look at this, this must mean blah blah blah. It's me. I'm the detective. Like, it really makes me feel like that. Like in Outer Wilds, I won't spoil anything there either. There's this this moment, like at the end, when you like figure out the sort of final sequence of things you're about to do. There's nothing in the game telling you. There's no character in the game going, this is it, I figured it out. There's nothing in the game saying you've got it right. There's just a subtle music cue to basically go like, yeah, like you got it. But it like all of the power was in me. The only interactivity is it telling you you're right, 100%. And that was something that To the Moon is a fine game. I've got some issues with it in some other ways, but like I couldn't help but wonder what a game like that would be without the characters on screen drawing all the connections for you, and you can just draw the connections yourself. Just like this game. Anyway, wow, this has been so much fun. And I'm now so sad because it's over and I can never play this game again.